Sri Lanka's new Prime Minister, Ranil Wickremesinghe, has secured the support of key countries in the world such as India, the US, Japan and China. He is expected to get majority support in parliament also, though he is the lone representative of his party, the United National Party, in parliament. Wickremesinghe might not head a truly national government composed of all parties in parliament, but he might get the support of enough MPs to have a majority, that is at least 113 in the House of 225. World's interest in stability. The countries supporting Wickremesinghe have based their policy on the critical requirement of stability, as the statements put out by their envoys show. The Indian High Commission said in its tweet that India hopes for political stability and looks forward to working with the government of Sri Lanka formed in accordance with democratic processes pursuant to the swearing in of Honorable Ranil Wickremesinghe as the Prime Minister of Sri Lanka. It further said India's commitment to the people of Sri Lanka will continue. In its first reaction to the situation in Sri Lanka after Mahinda Rajapaksa resigned as Prime Minister, India on Tuesday said that was fully supportive of the island's nation's democracy, stability and economic recovery. India will always be guided by the best interests of the people of Sri Lanka, expressed through democratic processes, said External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Arindam Bagchi. In keeping with our neighborhood first policy, India has extended this year alone support worth over USD 3.5 billion to the people of Sri Lanka for helping them overcome their current difficulties. In addition, the people of India have provided assistance for mitigating the shortage of essential items such as food and medicine, Bagchi added.
There are a lot of developments that we are watching closely. We are a neighbor and a close friend. There have been evolving economic situation there as well as other developments. As you are aware, in order to help mitigate the economic situation there, we have extended assistance. If you put it together, about $2.5 billion worth during the past 2-3 months, I would say. The relationship between India and Sri Lanka is rooted in shared civilizational values and aspirations of our two people. Our cooperation, based on commonality and interests, has been strengthened in recent months. We see the recent developments.
The Indian High Commissioner Gopal Bagle followed this up with the meeting with Wickremesinghe's latter's office on Friday. He presented the PM with a bouquet. Discussions with the Indian High Commissioner focused on the measures being taken for economic recovery, while the High Commissioner promised to continue assist Sri Lanka. Later, asked by newsmen about Sri Lanka's relations with India, its closest neighbor, Wickremesinghe said it will become much better. During his previous stints as PM, Wickremesinghe visited India on 4 occasions in October 2016, April 2017, November 2017 and October 2018. Asked about the agenda as the Prime Minister, Wickremesinghe said, I have taken on a challenge of uplifting the economy and I must fulfill it. Setting the economy right by meeting the forex shortage and getting the population's essential goods is his single point agenda, and for that political stability in the form of Parliament's support is needed. Now, problems in Parliament. While Wickremesinghe has strong support from the 4 most important countries in its foreign relations, he is yet to fathom the level of support in Parliament. He has to face Parliament on May 17th, when the opposition Samaji Jana Balavegia SJB, led by Sajit Premadasa, will be bringing in a motion of no confidence against his government and also President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. As of now, the ruling Sri Lanka Podijana Peramuna SLPP is with Wickremesinghe as per the wishes of President Rajapaksa and the rest of the Rajapaksa clan. The 41 MPs from SLPP and its allies who had rebelled and are sitting as independents are expected to act independently but without the objective of toppling the government. The group spokesman Vimal Veeravansa stated that it has no intention of sabotaging the administration. It will not indulge in hate politics and will not allow the country to become anarchic, he said. The Pirithuru Hela Urubaya PHU leader Udaya Gavanpilla stated that as long as PM Ranil Wickremesinghe works to rescue the country from the abyss, the independents would extend support while remaining in the opposition. This country needs a government. We will not make any attempts to topple it, the former energy minister said. The Sri Lanka Freedom Party, SLFP, a former ally of the SLPP, had decided not to accept any portfolios or be a part of the government under Prime Minister Wickremesinghe. It will decide on its stand vis-à-vis the SJB's no confidence motion late on Friday after internal consultations. The Janata Vimukta Peramuna, JVP, and the Tamil National Alliance, TNA, are anti-government and are likely to vote for the no confidence motion, but they are small parties. The JVP has only 3 MPs and TNA 10. The Japanese envoy Mitsukoshi Hideaki also pledged their continued support towards the stabilization of Sri Lanka's economy. Both envoys discussed the measures being taken to gather support from other foreign nations to help Sri Lanka's economy. Prime Minister Wickremesinghe discussed the upcoming visit of the U.S. Treasury team with the U.S. ambassador. The meeting also broached the subject of the 19th Amendment and the strengthening of the oversight committees in Parliament. The Chinese ambassador, when meeting Prime Minister Wickremesinghe, expressed his country's willingness to continue to support Sri Lanka while also pledging to review existing assistance provided to the country. The Prime Minister also spoke to the British High Commissioner Sarah Halton prior to her departure to the UK. She was scheduled to brief the British government on the situation in Sri Lanka. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe has invited the Samaji Janabala Vegya to join hands with the new government to resolve burning issues, leaving aside party politics. In a letter to the opposition leader Sajith Premadasa, the Prime Minister invited the SJB to support the joint effort made by them to immediately resolve the burning issues faced by the people and also to stabilize the country economically, politically and socially by obtaining foreign assistance. The Prime Minister has also sought the opposition leaders' positive and swift response as the future of the country was facing a serious situation day by day. The resident representative of United Nations in Sri Lanka, Hansa Singer Hamdi, states that the United Nations hopes for the greater political stability in the coming weeks as the new government commences work. United Nations cooperation at a technical level will continue support Sri Lanka's recovery, she said. Sri Lanka received the first donation of medicines and supplies worth 1.6 million thanks to Indonesia for the prompt efforts to support immediate needs. WHO is coordinating assistance to keep Sri Lanka's health system functional and sustain its notable health achievements. With a stable government formed under the leadership of Ranil Wickremesinghe, with his friendship and cordiality with most nations and being premier 4 times before, the consensus is most suitable candidate for the post to pull out of the doldrums the nation is in. President Gotabaya has learned from his mistakes in the past, and the voices of the people's Go Home Gotha will reverberate even in his dreams, and hopefully his administration as president will have an impact for the good of the country. As I said all the time, I could see the light at the end of the tunnel for a hopeful, better Sri Lanka to live in. Stay safe and goodbye for now.